And now, from Pasadena, California, this is Stars for Tomorrow, a virtual community celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your co-hosts for tonight's event, STARS Executive Director Nancy Stiles and Director of Partnerships and Collaborations, Eric Johnson.
Welcome, Eric.
You said to wear COVID chic.
Well, I thought this was COVID chic with my Stars swag, my cool Stars baseball hat, my t-shirt. What
I
do you?
never understand these definitions. All right, we're gonna get this straight. We'll be right back.
Okay. How's this for COVID chic?
You said star swag.
This is Star swag.
Okay, look, let's just do it like our regular meetings.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Got my PJs. What is that, Eric?
It's what I wear to our meetings.
That's not gonna work. Hey, here we go. This feels more like us. Well, welcome everybody to our Stars for Tomorrow virtual community celebration. We're so glad you could join us tonight.
Yes, we're really glad that you could join us tonight because, man, what a year this has been already. Every part of it feels like every bad Michael Bay disaster movie all thrown together into one. And it's only September. Nancy, the one thing I can say is I am so grateful to work at STARS. I so love how our mission has guided us through this time.
Our mission here at STARS is to be a community that affirms, equips, and emboldens young people to pursue a life of purpose, service, and meaning. Pre-COVID, the way we lived out that mission is through our after-school programming for grades K through 12, our one-on-one mentoring program, our support for college students in the forms of scholarships and guidance, and our summer enrichment activities. But we knew at the onset of COVID that all of that needed to change. Take a look.
We are back now with those eerie drone images of a near silent Hollywood.
The disparity in cases of COVID-19 in America soaring among the Hispanic population, working some of the most underappreciated but vital jobs in this country.
We'll focus on the University of California system. Here at UCLA, they are moving all of their classes online.
Many are also grieving their sense of safety, of social connection, of financial security. Losing a job, not having a graduation ceremony, not being able to attend a funeral, all are losses to be grieved.
Empty roads and freeways, canceled classes and graduations, job loss, an already vulnerable population at risk. And as you can see from the data, communities of color in Pasadena have been hit hard by COVID-19. All of this leads to challenges that our STARS families have never faced before.
Estuve con los síntomas como por unos 20 días, más o menos, de 20 a un mes. Estuve con los síntomas de lo del olfato y el sabor que se me fue y el dolor de cabeza. Así tuve que parar de trabajar durante todo el tiempo que estuve los síntomas hasta que el Departamento de Salud me dio el ok para poder regresar.
Es Miguel Ángel Zamudio. Quería hablar de esta pandemia. Trabajo bastante sin trabajo. Regresé, pero no me están dando todas mis horas. Ahorita la gente nos...
Normalmente yo tenía más de 30 horas a la semana. Ahorita hago de 15 a 20 horas, máximo 21. Nos ha afectado bastante porque pues no estamos ni generando extra, simplemente generamos lo que sacamos tomar para los gastos.
My name is Diana and I am part of STARS, and going to college right now during COVID has been something really stressful, and there's a lot of things that we don't know what we're going to expect. but you can only hope for the best. And I will say, though, on the positive side, STARS has helped me, number one, with the STARS scholarship. With that scholarship, I'm able to obtain the textbooks that I need because they're really expensive. And then another thing that they've also helped me with the scholarship has been with my school supplies that I need for school. And also other like small necessities that I've had. The STARS scholarship has been really helpful for me. Without STARS, I don't know where I would be right now, but one thing I can say for sure is that STARS has really helped me during always, and especially right now during COVID-19.
Wow. So as you can see, our organization was fully engaged with our most vulnerable population. At the same time, the Pasadena Unified School District was continuing to provide free breakfast and lunch for any child in need. They were doing this through Drive and Go centers. The only thing they hadn't considered was that there were hundreds of families that would not be able to get to those distribution sites. With that in mind, several like-minded partners, STARS, Collaborate Pasadena, and Pactal, all realizing this reality, came together and recruited volunteers so that meals could be delivered to these children. Our first day, we delivered 2 meals. Our second day, 50. Our third day, 100 meals. And when everything was said and done, we had delivered 46,000 meals to children in need.
Exactly. And, I love that you talked about that, Eric, because it was such a tangible way that we were able to pivot and serve not just our STARS families, but the most vulnerable families in the entire school district were benefited from those meal deliveries. Well, and early on in COVID, as this was starting to come to fruition, this happened really early. You identified that need and helped make that happen, I think, within the first week of the schools being closed. And then we also realized that we needed to pivot in other ways as well. So we formed a STARS COVID response team, and we tasked that team with helping us know what our families needed and how we could mobilize resources to benefit them in this time. So we're going to invite Christian Sanchez, our middle school program manager, to join us. He was one of those response team members, and he's going to share a little bit about what that was like. Hi, Christian. Thanks for joining us. Can you tell us what it was like when we first formed the COVID response team?
Oh man, it was hectic. It was hectic. I know the city was all over the place, right? We were running all over the place trying to figure out what we were going to do. I know the STARS community decided to act fast and formulate this response team that consisted of 5 team members.
And so as you formed that team, what did you guys do first?
We initially started with research. Right? We knew that research was key, so we decided to look at CDC articles, what type of information they had. We looked into city websites and look at the city guidelines. We had one of our team members actually contact the public health department to see what they had.
What did you find as you started to survey our families?
We found a lot of things, right? But the most important thing was all of our families were affected by COVID, but most of them were directly impacted by COVID. Some of them lost their jobs. Some of them really needed help with food. Some of them also needed help with trying to figure out Wi-Fi issues, because during the time our students were still in school.
What kinds of signs of hope did you hear or see when you began surveying our families?
We started to see that some families started stepping up. Some families that weren't as affected, they stepped up and asked, how can we help those families that are being affected, right? Within the STARS community, it was amazing how some of these families stepped up to try to uplift other families that were directly affected.
So with the leadership of our COVID response team and taking the information that we learned from our families, we began to think about ways we could come alongside our families and support them during this time. And as Eric shared with you about the PUSD meal delivery, we knew that food insecurity was a major concern. In fact, we were starting to hear stories of families that were taking those PUSD meals that were meant for the children and splitting them up and sharing them among the entire family. At that same time, we had a generous donor approach us, and he had the same concern and wanted to see our families thrive during this time of COVID. So with his help and with the help of Chef Tony from Hope Catering, we put together what we are now calling our Stars to Go food distribution program. And since its onset in early April, we've been feeding up to 55 families a week. And I want to show you a little sneak peek, so take a look.
In March, we quickly realized once the stay-at-home order was put in place that we had to pivot from being an after-school program to a food distribution program. Normally in Villa 500, it's the sound of children playing, coloring, crayons, homework, cooking club, garden, soccer in the backyard, but all of that is switched. Now it's a food distribution center. That meant that we had to convert everything here at Villa 500 to be food ready for distribution. We had the help of a couple of chefs that helped us do that. We had donations of refrigerators. We were so thankful for the way the community responded.
So as a wellness coordinator, I order the food for the week. We work with a nutritionist that guides us. It's more trying to work with the recipes, the traditional recipes they already have, and making those a little healthier.
Perla sends me a list on Thursday night, and then I get the opportunity to go out and try to figure out where exactly I'm going to get exactly what she needs in the amounts that she needs at as low a cost as possible. So just try to use my network through vendors and through other nonprofits and just people that have a heart to serve. And so we loaded it up and then bring it on over and unload it. So 2,000 pounds of groceries is a feat, but again, God's got people, and thank God you guys got volunteers to come out and help me.
One of the neat things learned a long time ago in college, in a nutrition class, is you want your meals to be colorful. If you have a colorful meal, that means you've got lots of vegetables in there from the different varieties, and that helps put nutrition back into the body, because unfortunately too many people are eating fast food. So when they're getting this at home, they're getting nutritional sustenance for not just adults but also for children, and that's important.
Yeah, the families love the meat. They say it's great quality. They love cooking with the chicken, even like the carne asada. They're like, this is some of the best meat we've had. So they're excited when they get those.
It wasn't just about making sure that they were fed, but that they were fed well and that they could interact with each other and support each other in the midst of this pandemic.
So in addition to the foods and groceries, we also, they can request like diapers and baby wipes, any toiletries, detergent, toilet paper, shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, anything they need, toothpaste, toothbrushes, they can request, and we have that here for them. We also in the summer try to do like coloring books and crayons and markers and just stuff for the kids to get entertained.
So an average week here is Perla arriving, putting together an order. The order then is delivered on Tuesdays. A team of guys comes and unloads that, and from there it's all broken down. That's what I'm surrounded by here. When that happens, families come on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Everybody picks up a week's worth of groceries. That's 55 families at peak, and then approximately 2.5 tons of groceries that came in that morning goes out later that afternoon and the next day.
So our families are so grateful to, get all these groceries, because the money, they would spend on groceries, now they can spend it like on bills, because a lot of them are jobless right now, or their hours have been cut. So they come in so happy and so grateful. And it's fun to when they come in, because sometimes they just need someone to talk to because they're home all day, or just with their family. So sometimes we catch up, and it's been fun to hear stories of what's going on, or what brings them joy, or how they're getting through quarantine.
During COVID, my mom's workflow was affected. She wasn't able to go clean the houses as she typically does. And so as a self-entrepreneur, she lost a lot of her main source of income. she had to figure out a creative way to still cover our family's expenses. What really helped was that Stars was sending home materials that we're familiar with, so she started making tamales. Those same tamales we shared with the community by word of mouth, through friends, and so people were showing up to buy tamales, to help make the tamales, and it ended up being an endeavor that she did for about 2 months into the pandemic, and out of that, it was enough for her to cover our family's expenses, but also support our family in Mexico.
It's not only been meaningful for families to be able to participate in this food distribution, but it's been meaningful for us here at Stars. All of us, our relationships are probably strongest they've ever been, especially with our parents. We've always talked to the parents when they would drop the kids off or pick them up, but now they're our primary contact. Domingo's actually moved into a space to where he is communicating with them on a daily basis, hosting these coffee Zoom gatherings where they talk together about solving problems and supporting each other through this time. We knew that we went from 100% low-income community that we served to no-income community. They lost their jobs, and that's why we had to respond by just meeting the most basic needs. We wanted to make sure that they thrived.
Well, as you can see, we could not do this food distribution program without the help of many volunteers and church partners. So I want to say a huge thank you to our faithful volunteers that have been there week after week, unloading the trucks, helping get the food distributed to our families. I want to specifically thank our church partners, Lake Avenue Church, Montrose Church, La Cañada Press, Vintage Pasadena, and New Abbey Church, who have all brought supplies, helped us with volunteers, and even served as drivers for our PUSD meal delivery. Well, tonight, I hope you got a glimpse of what we're doing and can see how we pivoted to support our families during COVID-19. And we want to give you an opportunity to help us continue that important work. So we're going to ask you to participate by texting Go Stars to 41444 and follow the prompts on the screen in order to make a gift that could help us continue our important services during COVID and beyond. As you follow the prompts on that screen, you can give online via credit card. You also can make a pledge and mail us a check if that's what you'd prefer to do. So please text Go Stars to 41444. Any amount is appreciated. And there's another way you can participate tonight as well, and that's in our online silent auction. From our event page, you can click on auction and see all the items we have for sale, including a 3-night stay in a beautiful Airbnb up in Paso Robles. You can also help us by purchasing things that our families need during this pandemic, such as hotspots to provide the Wi-Fi access that our students need in order to do the online learning. Thank you so much.
My name is Amy Cardenas. I am the College Success Program Manager here at Stars. And a part of what we do in our college program is we offer our college freshman starter kits. And today I'm here to drop off this lovely laptop that was donated to us to our student Laura Mendoza, who just started her first semester at Pasadena City College. And as you all know, because of the pandemic, most of our students are now having to do their studies remotely at home. So during this time, it's really important that we make sure that our students have the right technology that they need to be able to thrive during this time. And yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're dropping off this laptop. Hi, Laura.
Right in time. Cool. Welcome Stars for Tomorrow. I just wanted to quickly say how Stars has helped me, and especially how they have helped me during COVID season and yeah, these weird times. They have helped me with me and my family a lot, actually, through the grocery runs that they have for us, how they have tons of food to donate to families and friends, and I feel like they don't get enough thanks, but here's a thanks from me. I also want to give thanks to their scholarship program for college students, which has also helped me and taken a lot of stress off my back when it's come to paying for stuff or just looking out for someone to talk to regarding college problems or any life problems. Yeah, I've been part of the program for 13 years. 13 years, and they're doing something right because I always keep coming back.
We have two special people we want to honor tonight who have made significant contributions to STARS over many, many years. The first is Mara Livers, who first connected with STARS more than a decade ago in her role as the president of Pasadena Junior League, and served as our STARS board chair for the past 6 years before recently moving to the Pacific Northwest.
It's been a true honor to be able to walk alongside an organization that has an incredible mindset and an incredible purpose to be able to support our youth, to be able to support our families. And I think for me, one of the things that I've seen be so transformative is the mutuality in the conversations between the volunteer and the individual participant. Oftentimes I will say that it's not, the members of the board, it's not who's making decisions, it's the collective. And as a collective, we really get to be empowered and get to walk alongside the empowerment of others. And I think that there's no greater gift. And so I feel selfish to have been able to work alongside for so long in this way. Because it's really given me so much as well.
We also are very happy to honor Myra Macedo Nolan, who has been a longtime friend, partner, and former staff member of STARS, beginning her time on STARS staff way back in 2001. She gave leadership to our STARS after-school programs at Villa 500 before serving as Associate Director of STARS for many years. She then became the Director of Community Outreach for Lake Avenue Church, one of our closest partners. We planned to celebrate Myra back in May at our annual year-end celebration, but that was unfortunately canceled due to COVID. Instead, several STARS staff members went to her house to give her the news that we were honoring her by naming an annual award in her honor. Congratulations, Myra. We're so thankful for your long investment and continued investment in our STARS community.
Thank you for embodying what it means to be a gracious and compassionate advocate.
Myra, thank you for leading STARS and the broader community of Pasadena constantly towards love, justice, and compassion. You are awesome.
Myra, thank you for your courageous leadership through the years. Congratulations.
Mama, congratulations. Thank you so much for teaching me and showing me what it means and looks like to serve our community. I love you.
Congratulations, Myra, my sister from another mister. I am so excited and so thankful that you have received this honor. I am so grateful for the way that you have impacted my life. You are truly my sister from another mister. Now, the thing about my family is that I have a lot of sisters from another mister, and I'm about to introduce 3 of them to you right now. When I first met this family, 2 of them were already working at Pasadena City College, one working directly with me in the Community Adult Education Center. They have a deep passion and greatly involved in education, serving the most marginalized students in our community. And in addition to all that, they are the greatest female vocal band in history. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome with me, Wendy, Wyan, and the lead singer, Wanda. Please welcome The Emotions.
Hey, everybody. Get over here, my sister.
Hey, thank you, Eric. Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
Yes.
My girls, are y'all ready?
Oh, yes, just about. Wait, now
my name is Wanda.
I'm Wendy.
And I'm Wyan.
And we're the Emotions. We are so excited to be here with you all at this wonderful event. I don't know if you, just like Eric was saying, Wyan, where are you an educator for?
Well, we are not educators solely. We are edutainers. We are educators that entertain and entertainers that also educate. And I teach at the Ujima program at Pasadena City College.
Yes, and I also have the pleasure of serving as an assistant director at Cal State LA. And of course, our mommy is a singer and a teacher of 5 lovely children all over the world. But we just really enjoy to be here today with you all. And Wyan and I have had the pleasure of volunteering with the STARS program. A lot of our work is with underrepresented students and youth. So this cause is near and dear to our heart.
It's so cool to join you guys today. It really is.
And because of that, we want to give y'all a little something.
We want to give you not the worst, but the best.
The best of our love.
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Uh-huh.
You got the best.
You got the best.
You got the best.
You got the best.
You got the best. The best of my life. Doesn't take much to make me happy and make me smile with glee. Now and never will I feel discouraged, 'cause our love's no mystery. Demonstrating love and affection, make you feel so open, yeah. I like the way you make me feel about you, baby. Want the whole wide world to see. Whoa, whoa, you got the best of my love. Whoa, whoa, you got the best of my love. Whoa, whoa, you got the best of my love. Whoa, whoa, you got the best of my love. Going in and out of changes, the kind that come around each day. My life has a better meaning. The Lord has kissed me in a beautiful way. But my love, ooh, my love, oh, you got the best of my love. Oh, oh, yeah, you do. You got the best of my love. Oh, oh, you got the best of my love. Oh, oh, you got the best of my love. Demonstrating sweet love that you did so openly. Yeah. The way I feel about you, baby, can't explain it. What the whole wide world, I need my love, you need my love, my love. My love, my love. You got the best of my love. You got the best of my love. I'm giving you the best of my love. You got the best of my love. You got the best. I'm giving you the best of my love. You got the best. You got the best, baby. You got the best, baby. You got the best. You got the best, baby. You got the best, baby. You got the best. Show me got the one to do it. Do you want to be there? You got to sing it with me. Oh, show me, yeah. You got that for your beat. You got that for your beat. You got that. We got the best. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. You got the best. Yeah, yeah. You got the best. Yeah, yeah. You got the best.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Thanks for singing with us.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. A huge thank you to the Emotions. That was incredible. We're so grateful to have the Emotions as part of our STARS family.
And we really do mean that when we say the STARS family, because the Vaughn family, which are the Emotions, have constantly come by and volunteered and served alongside our students in our after-school program.
Exactly. And what an evening. We are so glad that you were able to join us tonight.
Yes, and Nancy, now that we mention it, this whole night, we've talked about how we've pivoted in the past. But a good question right now is, what about STARS for tomorrow? Because right now, I feel like with everything that's happening with COVID, we're much like a Disney song from Frozen, going into the unknown.
Absolutely. And the future is uncertain for all of us, but there are some things that we do know. And that is that we will continue to live out our mission of being a community that affirms, equips, and emboldens young people to pursue a life of purpose, service, and meaning. The way we live that out in a COVID and post-COVID world may change, but we do know that core to everything we do is relationship. So we're going to continue to build those relationships. We would like to expand our mentoring program and continue to walk alongside students.
The other thing that we know that we're going to continue to do is keep building partnerships and keep building collaborations, because we know we can't do this by ourselves. One of the things that we know that partners are already working towards is the current resolution in which PUSD has committed to bringing support and services alongside African American students so that they can thrive. And a similar resolution is coming in regards to the Latinx population in PUSD as well. So you can bet that we're going to partner and help make that strong. In addition to that, we also know that our students cannot succeed without their parents' support and engagement. So we're going to do things to build and support our parents so that they are able to come alongside their students.
Absolutely. And this is where you come in. We're asking for your partnership tonight. You can give any amount by texting GO STARS to 41444. We're going to continue our food distribution program as long as it's needed, and the money raised tonight will go to support that. It will also help us continue to expand our mentoring program. It will help us as we continue to offer virtual programming that will then pivot to in-person programming when it is safe to do so. And we hope those days are very soon. We hope to be back in person with our students in the next few weeks. It's also going to help us as we continue to support our college students. So we're grateful for any amount. And again, you can text GO STARS to 41444 to support the work of STARS for tomorrow. But we want to end tonight with a huge thank you to all of our sponsors. We could not have done tonight without you. So thank you to our Superstar, Guiding Star, Shining Star, Brilliant Star sponsors. We're so thankful for your investment in this organization. Thank you so much. And hey, Eric, this was fun.
It was fun. We need to do this again.
Sounds good. Maybe next time we can do it in person.
Yes, that would be great.
Awesome. Good night.
Good night.
I wanted to do something that specifically was supporting the Black Lives Matter movement and everything that's happening in the world throughout these rough days. For example, I drew lots of nature because nature is just so beautiful in every type of way, and fire because of all the wildfires. Also, I also drew a light bulb having different types of skin colors and around saying the BLM. And I also drew a STARS program logo because if it wasn't for STARS, I wouldn't know what to do. I also drew a stay safe and a hand sanitizer and glove because of everything happening just like the pandemic. I wanted to try to express out what's going around in the world. And it may be rough, but we should always look in the bright side, which is we have STARS here by our side, which I'm so truly, gladly, and thankful for.